Hello everyone, I am Dr. Keswar, Associate Professor in Department of Computer Engineering of AI SSMS, Institute of Information Technology Pune. Today I am going to explain thread lifecycle. This video is in line with Java multithreading or Java multi-threaded programming, then Java threads, and this is the last part of the lifecycle of thread in Java. As we know, the thread is a part of program. When going to execute it, multiple threads are created, and each and every thread go through the life cycle of thread, and this life cycle contains the different states. During the lifetime of thread or life cycle of the thread, there are many states it can enter. Means it is move from one state to another state, and these states are newborn state. Here new thread is created, runnable state. When the newborn state move for the runnable, then next is the running state. Here your thread is executing. Then blockless state. Here your thread is waiting for some of the resources or some of the inputs from the other thread. And dead state. This is also called the end state or termination state. We are going to see in details of this, all this with the help of diagram. Here this is the life cycle of thread. Here the first newborn thread is generated, then newborn thread with the help of start method, this thread go into the run state or running state or runnable state, and this running state and runnable state we call the active thread. When the thread is running and it is required some of the resources or some of the inputs from the other thread or depends on the other thread, then it move to the blocker state, and once that input is or that block state it get this that input required resources, then it again resume to notify and move to the active thread as a runnable, and once it finish, then it move to the dead state. We are going to see details of the each state. In newborn state, the thread is born and is said to be in newborn state. The thread is not yet scheduled for running, or this start method is not called in a program. At this state, we can do only one of the following: schedule it for running state using start method, and if you want or not required, then we kill it using the stop method, or it moves to the dead state. And when we use the run method, it will move for the runnable state. In runnable state, the thread is ready for execution, waiting for the availability of the processor. Means it wait for the processor turn and then start execution. The thread has joined the queue. And in running state, thread is executing. The processor has given its time to the thread for its execution. The thread runs until it gives up control on its own or takes over by other threads. This is if it is move to the block state or move to the dead state from here directly. Then next is the block state. In this state, thread is said to be blocked, or cell requires some of the inputs, or it is prevented to enter into the runnable state and running state. This happens when the thread is suspended, sleeping, or waiting in order to satisfy certain requirement, or it's some of the requirement is not satisfied, then it move to the block state. A block thread is considered not runnable but not dead. This is not the dead state and therefore fully qualified to run again. Means once it is resources or whatever dependability or some requirement is fulfilled, then again it move to the runnable state. This state is achieved when we invoke suspend, sleep or wait method in a program. Life cycle of thread. The last is the thread or dead state or terminate the state. In dead state, every thread has a life cycle, or this is in every a thread will be after certain time it will be moved to the dead state. A running thread ends its life when it has completed executing its run method. It is moved to the dead state. It is called the natural death. A thread can be killed in born or in running or even in not runnable blocked condition or not required. At that time we call the stop method and it moved to the dead state. It is called the premature death. This state is achieved when we invoke stop method or the thread completes its execution. Thanks. Happy learning. All the best.